Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison video. On the left I've got the Hamilton Beach FlexBrew. So it brews a pot of coffee and it also does K-Cups. On the right here I've got the Keurig K Duo Plus. This one also does coffee and K-Cups. Now this may not be a real fair comparison. This one's $100. This one's $200 from Keurig. So they both will brew a 12-cup pot of coffee. And here we've got, this takes a standard basket style filter. And then the water reservoirs in the back, that's where you pour the water. It's got a side glass here on the side. Over here, this one has got a stainless steel carafe or coffee pot. It does not have a warming plate. Now, this one does. This one has a warming plate that keeps your coffee warm because it's in a glass coffee pot. This one, they're using the double wall insulation of the stainless steel to keep it warm. It also takes a basket style filter. And the water reservoir is a little different. It's got this big handle. I can take this over to the sink and fill it up. Whereas over here, you're probably going to fill up the coffee pot and then dump it in the back there. So let's brew a pot of coffee first and then we'll do a K-Cup. So this video is not going to be a detailed explanation of each coffee maker. I've got videos on each one of these that go into great detail, and I'm only going to do a 6-cup. I don't want to waste a bunch of coffee, so I'm only going to do a 6-cup coffee. So I've got 6 tablespoons of coffee in each one. I've got plenty of water over here. So with this coffee maker, it's gonna, whatever I add in the back is what it's gonna brew. And with this one, I can brew different sizes. I can do 6 cups, 8 cups, 10 cups, or 12 cups. So this thing kind of has an automatic feature built in that it will dispense the correct amount of water. So let's pour the water in the back here. There's my brew head. Can't really see the brew head here. It's up underneath here. Let's turn this one on. I've got it on the coffee pot side. You know, this displays a little bit more. It does have a brew strength, bold and regular. I've got a strong brew here. This also displays the time. And I can program it to come on in the morning, and same with this one. I can program this one to come on in the morning. Just on the coffee pot side though. So I've turned this one on. I've got to hit the coffee pot. 6, brew. So this one got a little head start because when I turn it on, that's what starts the brew process. So you may notice I've got some stickers in. I'm pretty excited. I got them off Amazon and they look super cool. If anybody emails me, justadadvideos.com, give me your address. I'll send you a free sticker. So the footprint on these things, you can tell this one's a lot bigger. This one from the back, you know, they stick out about the same length, but I like this one. This one, the reservoir, you can put it here, you can put it in the back or on that side. So again, this is a little fancier. And again, here's where the K-Cup goes. And this is where the K-Cup goes over here. And again, this one, it's gonna brew, you put the water right here for the K-Cup, and whatever water you put in there, that's how you select the size. So if I want to do a 6-ounce coffee through my K-Cup, I got to put 6 ounces of water back here. And again, this is really nice. So when I do my K-Cup, I put my K-Cup in, and I can hit K-Cup, and I can do 6 ounce. So it's, you know, for $100 more, you get all automated features, basically. This has your standard percolator sound, heats the water up. It's brewing it over the coffee grounds. This one I can't open it up and see, but this one has a pump, and it's pumping the water out of the reservoir into a heater and then through here. So this one's got fewer moving parts. This one's actually has a pump and a heater, where this one's just got a heater in the bottom. So as of right now, the Keurig is winning on sound. It's definitely quiet. This one's not super loud anyway. So they both do any standard K-Cup. They don't necessarily have to be made by Keurig, but any standard K-Cup, both machines will do it. They don't need to read a barcode or anything. This one, you just, you know, whatever you put in there, it's going to brew as long as it's a standard K-Cup. You know, that one, that needle looks a little different. The bottom needle looks about the same. Okay, so this one finished up. This one's at the 4-cup mark. So I got about another cup and a half, 2 cups to go. So this one's not too far behind it. But the Keurig is definitely quicker. And that holds true for a big 12 pot cup of coffee. This one is about 9 minutes. This one takes about 12 minutes. So while we're waiting, let's see how this pours, and we'll do a temperature check. Yeah, I like how this pours really well. Yeah, pretty standard, about 165. This one gets kind of noisy towards the end when it's boiling off that water, and you'll get quite a bit of steam up around here. This one you don't necessarily get that sound with. So this one takes about 3 minutes longer. I'm going to pour a cup of coffee. Check its temperature. About 160. Yeah, I actually thought this one would make a little hot. This one would be a little more hotter because it makes so much steam, and it's kind of noisier. But the Keurig actually made a hotter cup of coffee. So I can't taste these right. These are super hot cups of coffee right now. I've tasted these in the past. You know, the Keurig does make a pretty good pot of coffee. This one's no slouch either. They both taste really good, but if I had to pick, the Keurig just seems a little smoother. Let's look and see how the filter. You know, the coffee grounds look about the same. I mean, no, actually they look a little different. And again, I don't understand the whole brew process of coffee grounds and all that. There's somebody out there, there's people out there that kind of know the whole process, but if you were curious of how they look, this is how they look. So again, this one does have a warming plate. It's going to keep that nice and hot. This one does not. So let's make a K-Cup. Okay, so the FlexBrew, let's put our K-Cup in, and then we just close it. Make sure it snaps. Got to use a little bit of force to do that. The Keurig, let's put it in. Just seems a little more refined. With this one, I've got to switch over to the single. I've got to lift the lid. I could have used my coffee cup, but I used a measuring cup. So there's 8 ounces. So again, I've got to do I've got to manually put in the correct amount of water. And then over here, I'm just going to hit K-Cup, 8 ounce, and brew. So this is pretty nice, being able to just select, and it does it automatically. Where over here, I've got to put in the right amount of water. So the Keurig is really, really quick and pretty quiet. And comes out of there. Again, really hot cup of coffee, 170. I forgot to hit the power button, so this one's lagging just a little bit because I didn't hit the power button the same time I did with that one. So the Keurig is definitely faster. It already had the water kind of hot. This one, you can tell it's heating the water first, and then it's going to turn a pump on and send it through the K-Cup. So it's about twice as long. This is under a minute. This takes about 2 minutes. And even the K-Cup side is a little bit more noisier. And the water pump over here on the Hamilton Beach is a little noisier too. About 170. Yeah, so about the same temperature on the K-Cup side. And again, these are really, really hot to taste right now, but I've tasted them. I don't notice that big of difference on the regular setting. When you do the bold on the FlexBrew and the bold on the, when it's called the strong on the Keurig does taste a little bit better on that strong setting. These two are really, really comparable as they are right now. So really the Keurig kind of just wins out on convenience and speed. Okay, so let's do cleanup. They're both about the same. I've got this filter basket I can take over to the trash can. Same with here. I lift this whole filter basket out. And it's got that plunger on the bottom. And same with this. There's the K-Cup. And on the FlexBrew, there's the K-Cup. Okay, so I'm going to cut each one of these open. So they both look like they did about the same job to the coffee grounds. So there's the coffee grounds. You know, if I had to say anything, these might be a little darker. And the Hamilton Beach, I did the same K-Cup, but those coffee grounds do seem a little bit lighter maybe. So that's it for the comparison. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any questions about either one of these, check out my detailed reviews on each one of them. I've also got how to descale them. And leave your comments down below. I really enjoy these comparisons. It's kind of nice to kind of be abbreviated a little bit and kind of get into the kind of the meat and potatoes of these machines. So, and I'm going to be doing more of these. These FlexBrews are real popular right now. FlexBrew and Dual Brew, or K Duo. Keurig makes 3 K Duos. This is their most expensive one. They make one that they sell just at Walmart, and it's a lot different. It reflects more of this. I've got a detailed review on it also. Then there's also like a middle of the road K Duo, and it's got kind of this settings, but the reservoir is different. This reservoir is just awesome. I just absolutely love this reservoir. It's like all Keurig should have that kind of reservoir. I was able to find this Keurig K Duo on Facebook Marketplace for $80. You can also find these FlexBrews for about $25 on Facebook Marketplace. But new, that's $100, that's $200. So thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe. And thanks again.